Hi, this is Burney with the eDiscovery Buyer's Guide, and we are on the last day of the CLOC conference here in Las Vegas at the amazing Bellagio in the exhibit hall. Lots of people still milling around. We finally have now made it to the Everlaw booth with Jon
Kerry-Tyerman.
Yes, sometimes I get the Tyerman, I get the T and the K.
Even I get confused. It's a complicated one. Yeah.
With Jon here in the Everlaw booth. You guys are part of the eDiscovery Buyer's Guide, which is great because it's just wonderful to have several different options in there, and the fact that we can highlight some of the things that you guys do so well from the cloud-based SaaS provider when it comes to eDiscovery and litigation software. Jon, just real quick, how has the show gone? I think you just got in maybe a couple of days ago, so I know you're kind of still talking to a lot of folks, but what are some of the folks coming up and asking you guys from the Everlaw perspective on eDiscovery?
Well, I think there is a real demand to bring this kind of technology in-house. Partly to manage costs, which I think is just on the minds of everyone here.
Always, like predictability and just managing those budgets a little bit better.
Yep, exactly. And having standardization so that they're not having 10 different platforms, lots of different vendors that they're using in and outside, be able to consolidate that stuff and manage it really closely. I think they know that that's key to managing the spend.
Absolutely. I'll just throw in, one of the things that has always been impressive to me with Everlaw is the StoryBuilder capability that you have. I mean, when you go into that main dashboard, and we talked about this a lot, and I tell people, first of all, you got almost like note cards that you can move around, but the StoryBuilder is key. Even when I go into corporate legal environments, legal departments, there are still paralegals and folks that they talk about the chronology. We got to have the chron, right? We got to make sure that we know where the information is. And you guys, I think, do that probably better than a lot of other folks on the market. That's certainly been a differentiator for Everlaw for a long time.
It is. I mean, we really believe in tightly integrating that stuff. And so it's naturally part of the workflow. And it's not just about eDiscovery. Within a corporate environment, you've got investigations and audits, all those types of things, M&A, due diligence. And all of them, it isn't just about finding the right information, it's about actually using it, working it up in some way. And so we try to bake those tools right in so you don't have to take what you found and move it somewhere else to figure out what the story is.
And that's the key, just quickly on that. I mean, I go and talk with a lot of in-house paralegals, and they usually have like a word table, but then they're linking out to a document, maybe in their doc management system or so. If they had everything in this one platform, that's what you guys do so well, because you can just link directly into those documents there. So always a big fan of that.
Thank you.
Now you got a lot of other great enhancements. I mean, you guys are constantly, really, throwing out new enhancements on there. I remember we were talking about the fact you can slurp some Slack now. So if you have Slack conversations in corporate environments, you do great on the audio video things. Couple of comments on all of that.
Yeah, well, it's hard to pinpoint any one thing. We do a major release every 4 weeks. And so we did maybe over 40 different feature releases over the course of last year.
No kidding.
Yeah, over every 4-week release cycle includes a whole bunch of new stuff. So things like native spreadsheet redaction, automatic multimedia transcription, so you can search across the contents of what was actually said in an audio video file.
That's a pretty big deal, because so much today, especially on social media and stuff, a lot of that video, the content like that.
Or, voicemails or anything where the data is typically really hard to get at and really laborious to review. You have to sit there and listen to all of it, and so we can automatically
You're transcribing that, and then you can even link directly into like a certain section in there,
That's right?
Yeah,
you can make notes at particular timestamps and synchronize back and forth between the audio or video file and the transcript.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. So anything coming down the road? What do you guys? It sounds like you're on your 4-week cycle here. That you're just going to continue to add some enhancements and things coming on down.
We are, So one of our corporate values is deep, not broad, and so we don't pretend to be all things to all people. But what we do, we want to be the best at. And so that includes continuing to invest in the things we've already built, like StoryBuilder. So we're going to enhance StoryBuilder. There'll be some really exciting stuff coming there.
That's great.
For managing deposition work, for getting even deeper in terms of like building out work product in the platform. But then also entirely new stuff, more analytics tools, more tools to manage your information across multiple cases at once. All that stuff is coming.
Even quickly on the analytics, just being able to have some additional abilities to get access to the information. In other words, you're uncovering different ways that people can kind of enhance their ability to see what's inside some of this information. Bring it up before it hits the fan, as it were, that you can kind of get a little bit of anticipation of things maybe what people are talking about, which is really great. You guys are baking a lot of that into your platform too.
That's right. We believe in building all of it in, and some of it is going to be familiar to people who've heard of other analytics tools. They'll see like sort of our spin on that. And some of it is stuff that nobody else is doing. We also try to get ahead of the curve and apply pure computer science to some of these problems and solve them in really novel ways.
Right. Jon, thanks for a few minutes of your time. It's great talking with you as always.
Likewise.
Everlaw.com, you got the URL right there, so anybody wants any more information, or you can check out the eDiscovery Buyer's Guide too. We've got a really great review in there. We talk a lot about all these features on there. Thanks again, Jon, for your time.
Thank you, Brett.